Each of these is capable of firing 3,000 rounds a minute. That's 50 rounds a second if you can't do maths, and makes one hell of a noise. The Chinook and its crew can deter engagements, protecting their passengers from any troops on the ground. Handling the aircraft as captain today is Flight Lieutenant Callum Pearson. Cal is originally from Middlesbrough and joined the RAF in 2010. Receiving his wings in 2016, he was streamed rotary, and after completing the Chinook operational conversion course, he was posted to RAF Odium in 2018. He's got over 2,000 hours, 1,400 of which are on Chinook, and most recently deployed on Operation Shader. He's a qualified helicopter instructor, and when he's not throwing the Chinook around, he's throwing weights around in the gym. Cal's dedicating his display today to the memory of his granddad, who sadly passed earlier this year. Our co-pilot today is CJ. He's an avid fan of Formula One, but when he realised he was too tall to be a driver for Mercedes, he became a Chinook pilot instead. Forget the rest of an F1 car, CJ. We know the best noise in the world is that bit of blade tap. Here the crew is showcasing an exciting and versatile capability of the Chinook. After repositioning once more, they've run in for a fast racing approach, decelerating rapidly to accurately dispatch troops on a tight landing site. Think a rooftop or the deck of a ship, but today it's on flat ground in front of you lucky devils. In the starboard door you can see crewman Josh wrapping the ropes to supervise the dispatch of troops, while Dave does the same to the rest. We can simultaneously dispatch 4 ropes if required, 1 from the door, 1 from the centre hatch, and 2 from the raft. The ropes have been kicked out, up to 30 troops could have departed the hovering Chinook in less than 2 minutes. Not just troops, stores of kit, and even the furry land sharks, more formally known as military working dogs, can go down these ropes, which often gives the enemy pause for thought as they miss them by a whisker. Cal's departed with another over-the-shoulder transition. Dave has gestured his ropes, but Josh is absolutely working hard to pull that rope back into the cabin for reuse. So while we watch him getting a sweat on, we better introduce him. Sergeant Josh Lyons is a Staffordshire lad. He joined the RAF in 2014 as an aerospace systems operator. In 2017, he made the right choice to retrade aircrew and became a whizzo. In his 5 years on the Chinook Force, Josh has accumulated 1,200 hours, multiple operational deployments, embarked on the Queen Elizabeth-class carrier, and conducted many overseas exercises in Sweden, Denmark, Poland, Cyprus, and Georgia. Outside of work, he enjoys travelling, skiing, for his sins as a season ticket holder at Wolverhampton Wanderers. He lives locally to Odium with his French bulldog Cody, who we all think is the best part of his personality, to be honest. Right folks, for those of you at crowd centre, I hope you're keeping an eye on that JH team on the ground. The crew are now returning to pick up that quad bike which has been rapidly prepared by the hookers in underslung load. Underslung loads are the bread and butter of the Chinook Force, with all crew members front and rear working together to manoeuvre the 99-foot-long aircraft into a finely tuned position. That's 99 feet and 8 inches, every inch is important to you. As Cal positions in the overhead of the underslung load, under Josh's direction, Dave is now looking through the open centre hatch to safely direct the pickup of the quad, all 4 crew working in synchronisation with the team on the ground to get that load picked up swiftly. One of the hookers has their arm up holding a static discharge probe. They touch the hook with that first to dissipate any static electricity, which is particularly important in dusty environments like the desert, saving everyone a nasty shock. Chinooks have been used in operations moving stores, freight and vehicles everywhere from Afghanistan to Whaley Bridge. The hook is now working hard to feed up strops, ensuring no tangles, and that is the quad off the ground. Cal will be transitioning into the 12 o'clock. That quad is attached to the aft hook, but the Chinook is capable of carrying 3 simultaneous underslung loads and carrying up to 11.3 tonnes on its centre hook alone. This quad bike is a mere 350 kilos, but if it can be rigged, the Chinook and the hookers can take it. Being such a capable aircraft, it can even lift another Chinook, albeit with a couple of bits cut off to save a little weight. With a maximum all-up mass of 24.5 tonnes, this absolute powerhouse can comfortably fit 30 troops inside. With seating on the floor, we can extend that up towards 50. The raw power and versatility of the Chinook is all down to its iconic tandem rotor design. It provides a huge amount of lift, a large cabin, and is all achieved without any of that dangerous messing about with tail rotors that frankly we Chinook class ones no part of. That walking noise is a decent side effect too. Anyway, while the crew demonstrating on the Sunload circuit, let's talk about our hooking team. Leading JHS today we have Corporal Jordan, who served 9 years with the British Army Air Corps. Having served the majority of his time within 656 Squadron, working as ground crew on Apache, he's deployed to a variety of places including Cyprus, Jordan, Norway and ship-based exercises amongst others. He's a helicopter handling instructor within JHS, leading heli handling teams on high rent. It's a crew of 4 working on the ground for you today. For those of you who can look into the unhappy quad bike over at crowd left, you can see by the swing that road vehicles are never big fans of heights. The crew will be moving the aircraft to counteract any swing on the load as she varies in the airflow. As the crew run in from the left for the drop-off, they'll be completing what is called an operational drop-off. This is the combined rapid dispense of the load and strops, followed by a quick egress away from a threat. This is particularly used in dusty desert environments or in environments with extremely high threat to get vital supplies exactly where they're needed on the battlefield as fast as possible. Coming to the hover now, they'll be using the GPS-aided mode to get to an exact position, allowing them to land in dusty conditions where they may be unable to see at this point. The crewmen bring the load onto the ground and jettison the strops, allowing power to immediately pull in power and lift out of the dust clouds, transitioning away from the threat. Passing off to the left-hand side, they'll be transitioning into one more wing over, and then they'll be setting up for a running landing. Running landings are profiles used in situations where performance may be limited. It could be a very hot environment, such as the desert, or high above sea level landing sites, occasionally both. It's also routinely practiced for emergency handling. This is our preferred landing style in the event of a single engine failure that may not give us enough performance to maintain a hover. As he comes down the far side of the wing over, Cal and CJ will be working hard to intercept exactly 80 knots in the 3-degree approach path. This will put them on parameters for the landing. I can't even do a decent wheelie on a bike, so spare a thought now to the pilot, attempting one was 38 feet in front of those aft wheels. Josh is monitoring the height of the front wheels, while Dave monitors the aft disc. At 26 degrees nose up, those aft rotor blades would strike the ground. Absolutely nobody wants that to happen. The teamwork amongst the crew allows for effective information to be passed up front to Cal and CJ as they handle this magnificent oily green lifting machine. Josh waving in the door is clearly not working that hard, as Cal uses collective to slow the aircraft down.